What's up, G.I. Joe fans? How you guys doing today? Guys, welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, today we'll be talking about the 1998 KB Toys exclusive U.S. Marine Heavy Weapons series. One of my favorites, guys, from the Timeless Collection series. As you can see, in 1998, you could only get this set from KB Toys, who at present date, I don't believe KB Toys exist anymore. Cool box. There's the Timeless Collection. Not much to the box though. We can go up top. We can check the, oh, guys, price point. In 1998, I spent $49.99, $50 with tax on this particular figure. Here's your equipment list. It came with a ton of accessories and weapons. Let's open this guy up here. Let's go into the side art here. Information, all his information is on it. I love the 5th panel boxes. I thought they were very protective, cool at the same time. It really protect the figure. And they look really cool. And here's some information on background information on the U.S. Marine. And guys, this particular set is called Heavy Weapons for a reason. It has real die-cast metal weapons. And guys, when I say this set is heavy, it's very heavy. Sorry about that, guys. Here's his flat jacket there. So you can see he's tied in there pretty good. His pistol is die cast. The rifle is made out of die cast. I don't know if the grenades are. I know the rifle is made out of die cast metal, which is cool. That's one of the reasons I really wanted this set, because all the die casting. Definitely. All of this is die cast. The helmet is made out of die cast. This bazooka launcher here, die cast, all of it. Up here, there's another big gun there. The mount there, made out of die cast. The bullets are made out of die cast. This is a heavy set, and the helmet, yeah, believe it, yeah, the helmet is made out of die cast too. I just wanted to make sure. The bombs are die cast. This guy is just a phenomenal figure. I was tracking this figure for the longest. I wanted this figure very badly, because they made such a big fuss about it, because this is one of the first figures that came out that had real die cast weapons. And then they, Timeless Collection would go on and produce several other sets, figure sets that had die cast accessories and weapons, but this was the first. This is the first. So we wanted to show this guy some love. We wanted to bring him out of the archives. Like I said, he's been in our collection since 1998. You can see they went to the old hand sculpts, because this is a vintage figure body and a vintage figure head sculpt. So they wanted to go back to that, which is, to me, I love the vintage bodies. I love the vintage head sculpts. because it took us back to a time that was really cool for G.I. Joe, when G.I. Joe was pretty much in its infancy. So you wanted a piece of history, and that's what Timeless Collections was all about, giving us a piece of history, of G.I. Joe history. Just trying to get you every angle, guys. The collectors love the close-ups. Get the texture of the uniform. There's a good shot of his head. There's the iconic scar, battle scar. There's the helmet. I remember going into KB Toys and purchasing these guys. I pre-ordered this guy. This was one that you had to kind of pre-order if you wanted to make sure you were going to get them. And I remember, you know, the KB Toys I went to was inside of a mall. There was a line from the cash register all the way back into the aisle. G.I. Joe collectors waiting to pick up their pre-orders. And I just remember thinking, how cool is this? They weren't there for the video games, but they was all collectors. This was a collector's set. This was not for kids. You know, kids weren't trying to buy this set. The G.I. Joe collectors that grew up with this action figure, they were the ones standing in line trying to get their pre-order G.I. Joe heavy weapons set. And I just remember saying how cool that was, and that, you know what, this is what the thrill of the hunt was all about. You know, going to the toy store to pick a G.I. Joe up. I truly missed that day and time when we could just go out to the stores, we could drive around and go on a good old-fashioned G.I. Joe hunt and find 3 or 4 G.I. Joes that we didn't have in our collection and that we wanted so desperately. And the thrill of finding that feeling that you got inside of finding him, you know, looking at a toy store shelf and seeing him sit right there. You can't beat that feeling, guys. That's what collecting G.I. Joe and being an action figure collector is all about. You know, it's about the fun times, the memories. And just doing this review on this guy, this heavy weapons Marine, is just the memories are just rushing back in right now. I'm back at that KB's toy store back in 1998 picking this guy up. And the other uncool part about it was the people that thought that they didn't have to pre-order it and thought that there were going to be some left over. Hearing some of these things that these people were saying in that toy store. Guys, this is a toy store. You got kids in here, man. You can't be carrying on like that. I know you're upset, but you have to pre-order. So, just like I said, just a cool set. He's got die-cast weapons, guys. Die-cast accessories. It can't get any cooler than that. You know what? It could get cooler than that. If this guy was a talking G.I. Joe, then that would be, the cool factor would be off the charts. We know the collectability with this particular figure is off the charts. I've seen him go from anywhere from $80 to $100. This set can be found on Coswell Collectibles. I'm not certain if you can find them now on Coswell Collectibles, but double check. You know, he may be there. He may be there. But his collectability is high because of the age of this figure set. The fact that it's mint in box, The fact that you're talking about die-cast weapons and accessories. He's a timeless collection. You know, a lot of stuff factors in. To get him in this condition, like I said, he's our figure is for museum purposes. He's museum quality. So, but to get him in this condition, hey, if you can get this guy for $60 or $70, that would be great. That'll be great. But you know, I've seen him on Amazon for $100. I've seen him on eBay for $150 to $160. So you're gonna pay a hefty price for this guy. I paid $50 back in 1998. So guys, with that being said, thanks for the love and support. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel. And guys, you know the drill. You know the drill. Keep collecting.